Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another Sport This Week video. And in this week's video, we've got basketball, tennis, football, UFC, boxing, and F1 news. But so yeah, if you're on your end here and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do indeed like the video, and let's get straight into it. So starting off this week, we are going to be starting off with the UFC news. We don't normally start off with UFC, but I just felt like we should this time. So this week, Poirier posted on Instagram that the trilogy fight versus McGregor will be on the 7th of the 10th of the 21st. So I believe that is October. Yeah, October the 7th this year. So hopefully that is true, and hopefully that is going to happen, because that would be that's the very important fight for McGregor at the moment, and it's a fight that I really want to see, because if Dustin Poirier win it again, then McGregor can't really speak at all on him, because it's basically written that they've played that they would have fought 3 times and it would have been 2-1, and so I don't think they'll have another fight after that. They most likely won't. But yeah, actual fights that did happen. Prochazka KO'd Reyes brutally in round 2. It was a very good fight for Prochazka, and I mean his face looked so messed up, Reyes, in the end, and yeah, it was very brutal, but fair play to him, he did do very well. And then the other fight that did happen this week, it was Chilkaudzi. I don't really know how you say his name, but he KO'd Swanson in the first round, which with I believe a kick to the here, I think, or to the head or something. He KO'd him with that, I believe, in the first round, so fair play to him, another good knockout. Moving on now, we will go to the F1 news. So this week, it was the Portuguese Grand Prix, but before that, there was a little bit of extra news. So sprint qualifying will feature at 3 races in 2021. The Turkey Grand Prix will replace the Canadian Grand Prix at the 2021 calendar. And then, yeah, it was the Portuguese Grand Prix, where Bottas started on pole, Hamilton started second, and Verstappen started third. But it finished off Hamilton winning, Verstappen second, and Bottas third. And the only kind of person who did not finish was Raikkonen, as he had like a kind of crash, only a little thing, but he couldn't finish the race. But yeah, that is all the F1 news now. We will move on to the boxing news now, and it was a few fights that happened that were good, and the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Chris Eubank Jr. He won on points on his return fight versus Morrison, so congratulations to him. Bivol won on points versus Richard to stay the WBA World Light Heavyweight Champion, so congratulations to him. And then the big main event fight was Parker versus Chisora, and Parker won on points to become the WBO Intercontinental champion. And I mean, there was a lot of people saying that he didn't really deserve that win, and that Chisora did, because he did get a very early, I think 8 seconds in, he did knock down Parker, but Parker did manage to get the win, so fair play to him. But yeah, that is all the boxing news now. Moving on, we will go to the tennis news now, and it was the Madrid Open, the Women's Madrid Open, and Konta was the only person that I normally cover that did actually play this week. So Konta won 2-0 versus Puntiseva, but then she lost 2-0 versus Sevastova, and that was the end of her kind of tournament. And yeah, so it's not the final yet, so I've not got any more to report on for that. So that is all the tennis news, only a little bit this week, but that is all of it. Moving on to the second to last sport, basketball now. And Philadelphia won 121-90 versus Oklahoma. Lakers won 114-103 versus Orlando. Chicago won 110-102 versus Miami. Clippers lost 120-103 versus New Orleans. Boston lost 119-115 versus Oklahoma. Philadelphia won 127-83 versus Atlanta. Boston won 120-111 versus Charlotte. Chicago lost 113-94 versus New York. Lakers lost 116-107 versus Washington. Miami won 116-111 versus San Antonio. Clippers lost 109-101 versus Phoenix. Philadelphia won 126-104 versus Atlanta. Boston won 143-140 versus San Antonio. Chicago lost 108-98 versus Milwaukee. Lakers lost 110-106 versus Sacramento. Miami won 124 to 107 versus Cleveland. Chicago lost 108 to 97 versus Atlanta, and Clippers lost 110 to 104 versus Denver. But that is it for the basketball news. As always, I do it quite quickly, but yeah, that is it. Moving on to the final sport of the video, and that is football. So starting off this week, it was announced that the Premier League have made a Hall of Fame, and Shearer and Henry will be the first in it, and then they kind of put out a list of other people who could get in it. I might do a video on it, I probably won't, but yeah, I just thought I'd mention that here. Eric Bailly has signed a deal with Manchester United until 2024. I don't know how much game time he'll get, as he always is injured, but you never know. Julian Nagelsmann will be the Bayern Munich manager next season, as he was linked to a few jobs, but he did end up going to the Bayern Munich. Did take the Bayern Munich job, which is a bit like in Germany they do it a bit different. People aren't really afraid to just go and face their kind of like join their arch rivals, I guess, or just their league kind of rivals. And Bayern Munich have kind of just taken everybody good from both Borussia Dortmund and RB Leipzig over the years. Maybe not Haaland, but he might end up going. But yeah, so it's just kind of another person that, if that was in the Premier League and he swapped like that, I don't really think people would be that happy, but people aren't really that bothered in Germany, I guess. Lazio won 3-0 versus AC Milan. Leicester won 2-1 versus Crystal Palace. Chelsea drew 1-1 versus Real Madrid. Man City won 2-1 versus PSG. Hesse Marsch will be the RB Leipzig manager next season, so that's the RB Salzburg manager at the moment, moving to RB Leipzig. As yeah, they do that anyway. They just take a lot of their players anyway. Granada won 2-1 versus Barcelona. Man United won 6-2 versus Roma. Villarreal won 2-1 versus Arsenal. RB Leipzig won 2-1 versus Werder Bremen to go to the DFK Pokal final. Man City won 2-0 versus Crystal Palace. Norwich are champions of the Championship, so congratulations to them. They have already been promoted, but now they are the champions. Chelsea won 2-0 versus Fulham. Borussia Dortmund won 5-0 versus Holstein Kiel to go to the final of the DFK Pokal to face RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig, not Berg. I don't know why I'm saying Berg. RB Leipzig. And Aston Villa won 2-1 versus Everton. Sassuolo drew 1-1 versus Atalanta, meaning Inter Milan win the Serie A. So congratulations to them. That's the first time they've done it in, I believe, like 11 years. And that's stopped Juventus to get 10 years in a row of winning the Serie A. So congratulations to them. Ajax won 4-0 versus Emmen, so they win the Eredivisie. Congratulations to them. They do normally win it anyway. Not really any surprise there, but they have won it. Arsenal won 2-0 versus Newcastle. Spurs won 4-0 versus Sheffield United. Lyon won 3-2 versus Monaco. And Barcelona won 3-2 versus Valencia. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you are new around here and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you did indeed like the video. And thanks for watching.